Hi, Robbie Thomas, your Bay Area downsizer. I just wanted to share one of the experiences I had with a seller. She had a unique problem, and I got her through marketing and cold calling. And she invited me over. I was able to go there, made the listing presentation, at which I understood that she's not ready to list or sell her home because she had no clarity about if she had to sell or not. On further conversation, this is an elderly lady, and on further conversation, I find out that her spouse passed away. She tells me that, and then she says that he left the house to me. So I said, "Do you have any documentation to show that the house is yours?" So she goes and brings out a copy of her will and she shows it to me, and in that it does not say that she's the owner of the property, or that that will has been bequeathed to her. At which point I said, well, there's no clarity, how do we do this? And then she said, oh no, before he passed away there's an amendment of the will. I said, do you have a copy of that? And she brings me a copy of that will. And then I say, well, no, I don't know much about it at that time. So because I haven't done any further investigation, that's the first time I actually met her. So I volunteered to say, like, would it be okay if you sold it off market to investors who have cash and who will work out any glitches and make it happen? She said yes. So I booked the appointment for the next following day, and I went with an investor who made a cash verbal offer. And she said that was too low, but she said we'll discuss about it. And then I let the investor go. After which she said that is too low a number because that's not enough for her to clear her obligations. At which point I said, what kind of obligations? And then she says that she or her spouse owed money to the towards her property taxes and an existing loan on the property. I said, wow, I mean, it's getting better and better. But in my mind, I really wanted to help her because this is an elderly lady and that's the right thing to do. She really needed that help. She also told me that because of the delinquent status, she's being bombarded with phone calls and marketing material and people knocking on her door asking her to sell her house. So on further inquiry, she gives me a copy of the will. I find the attorneys. I call the attorneys. That particular attorney's office, law offices, is closed permanently. And then I find out through her that she had spoken to another attorney who was handling the affairs for the previous attorney. And that's how I got in touch with that attorney. And the attorney was able to give clarity that the property actually is hers. At which point I say, okay, so let's go do this. And I was able to get the title company to pull a preliminary title report. And then the preliminary title report showed all the liens on the property and what is owed to various vendors. And it was a bunch of stuff. So in all, it was getting more and more complicated. It reached a point where after a few days, she tells me, Robbie, I think I'm going to lose my house because I got a notice that this house is going to be sold on the steps of the courthouse if she doesn't clear the dues within 21 days. I said, that's unusual. I haven't seen anything like that. So I go back to the property and she gives me a copy of that. I take that and I do some research work, and then I find out that yes, it's true. She's going to lose her property. She doesn't have a replacement property. She does not have any other money to move into another location. So it's literally from living in a house for decades and then onto the streets because she doesn't have any other place or family or friends to help her. And it was getting really, really complicated. And I was a little concerned because I haven't had that kind of a situation where I where it gets so complicated that it's getting gray and there's no clarity whatsoever. So I was able to dig further and then found out that there is a process where you can put a hold on that sale of property. I was able to introduce her to a couple of people, and they were able to help her, third-party people, and they educated her, and the property was not sold to the court. And from the previous attorneys, I got clarity that she has the ownership of the property, and then I got the clearance from title that she could sell that property. So I had to go through these various checks and balances to protect her interests, or she loses everything. And immediately I set on doing the job, and I go to the property again, and on further investigation, I see there's stuff packed from floor to ceiling. It's a big house, but she's been hoarding for decades. I'm not kidding. Hoarding for decades. She had over 150 pairs of shoes and book of shelves, like wall to wall, and paintings and collectibles and plates and stuff that for enough for maybe 5 households, and she didn't want to get rid of that. And I said, well, so let's come up with a plan, and I was able to at least help her understand that you're not going to lose it, but for a short term, let's move it into a storage unit. It so happened that I even had to hire help to go help her because she had nobody. It took me about 2 weeks from that point to move stuff with hired help into storage units, and we ended up storing in 3 big storage units before the house was completely empty. Well, there's no way to stage it because it's an older property, and really doing anything at that point would be like, just putting lipstick on a pig, so to say. To avoid that tough situation and to ease her pain, I said, okay, fine, let's just put just a couple of pictures of the property. I put a few pictures of the property, and then what I did was I amplified the marketing to the entire network of realtors, my database of thousands of people who are waiting in line, who are looking for that kind of a property, and to the entire general public through mass media advertising and marketing. I left no stone unturned. And what happened is, I also got her permission. I got the listing, and I got her permission to put it on the market, which is the MLS. And I did that. I did the copywriting for that too. Probably took me a whole day to write it up in such a way to arouse curiosity and build value. After which, I think in 1 weekend, I think we were on a Thursday evening, and I got offers on Monday. It was a multiple offer bidding situation, and I was able to procure a cash offer for her with multiple offers way over asking. And the house closed escrow within a week. She was able to get the money. I suggested she buys another property because she's not going to qualify for a loan of any sort. And I helped her buy another home, and she was ecstatic and happy. So this is one of not the real usual easy kind of client, one of the toughest clients I was able to help, who was thankful in the end. And I'm so happy that I was able to help her. If you have anything similar, if you have hardship of finances or job loss or any situation, life situation, please don't hesitate to call me, because if I can help you in any shape or form professionally, I will do that. My name is Robbie Thomas, your Bay Area Downsizer. Visit my website, bayareadownsizer.com. Reach me anytime for a quick, free, no obligation consultation. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.